how are you tonight? Hello, it's Kristen from Lost and Found Mercantile, and I'm here with Dennis.
Hello.
Behind the camera, and we are going to start our transformation on this petite buffet. It's Frenchy, and I'm so excited to start it here with you guys tonight. I'm going to move it up close so we can really get a good picture, because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some no pain gel stain and espresso to the top. I want to stain the top. So I already prepped it really well, you guys. I prepped it with scrubbing it 3 times with white lightning. I love to scrub with white lightning. Rinsed it, and then I did a little scuff sand and then cleaned it again. So what we're going to do is put our gloves on when you use your oil-based stain. Hey, when you come on, say hello. Hey, Amy. Hey, Christy. Come say hi and tell us where you're watching us from. I'm putting my gloves on, you guys, because listen, I can be very lazy and just like I want to create, and sometimes I have used the gel stain before. I was like in a hurry and I did not use gloves and I regretted it. So always use gloves when you're going to use the no pain gel stain. It's oil-based and it's awesome. It's gorgeous. Here, we're going to do it in espresso. So we're just going to put our first coat on. This is espresso, and I'm going to show you our color scheme for this so far, just to begin with. And we're going to use dried sage on the bottom. And then we have other plans for it later in the week, because we got some really cool stuff planned for it, but we want to get our base done. So all I'm going to do is, you guys, is open the no pain gel stain. Let me know if you guys have used this before. It comes in awesome colors. And this is espresso. So I'm going to show you. You just open it up. This is a brand new container. And I love the reformulated version of the no pain gel stain, you guys. So Dixie Belle reformulated. It's gorgeous, it's creamy, and it's perfect to just dip your brush or your applicator pad in. So the first thing I do is I take a stir stick and I'm going to stir it really well. Oh, I can already smell that. I'm so used to using Dixie Belle because it has no odor. So once in a while when I do use the gel stain, the oil-based one, the no pain, you can smell it does have an odor, so you do want to use it in a well-ventilated area. And you do want to wait at least 6 hours in between coats. I'm going to wait overnight because it's pretty humid here. I'm in Massachusetts and it's pretty humid. Tell me where you guys are from. Hi, Lisa. Oh, you used the black? I can't wait to use the black. I'm so ready to use the black. I kind of was trying to find a reason to use the black on this one, but with the dried sage and the other plans I have for this, I realized the espresso was perfect. I mean, this looks like the most decadent chocolate right here. Doesn't it? Looks awesome. So you want to give it a good stir, and you definitely want to use gloves. And my other favorite thing are these applicator pads that Dixie Belle now came out with. They're so soft. They're lint-free. They come 2 to a pack, and if you use it with the oil base, you want to use it and toss it. If you use it with the water-based stuff, then, you know, like the voodoo gel stain, you can clean it and you can save it. If you use it with the wax or the Big Mama's butter, just save it. It's awesome. So, oh, hi Dawn from Michigan. Oh, from Egypt. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. That's so exciting. So all I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm just going to dip my applicator pad in here. Just going to get a little bit of the product on here. And I'm going to start back here. And I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to go with the green. So I'm just going to wipe it on with the green. And what I like to do is let it sit and then wipe it back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is why gel stain is so worth it, even though it's an oil-based product. And if you try to be careful and only use water-based products, if you do need a gel stain, this gel stain is magic. I'm telling you guys, and I'm not just saying it, but I have used other brands of gel stain, and the coverage on this is so even and so gorgeous. It is superior. I did a custom for somebody, and it was they wanted a different color, and so I did use another brand, and I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy that. So I'm just going back and forth a little bit with the green. Tell me, you guys, what projects you're working on. What's everybody working on? It is so smooth. It is. If you guys are a retailer, a content creator, or a brand ambassador, please put your Facebook link in the comments so people and where you are, so people can come find you. Because we totally believe in supporting your local retailer. Support your local retailer, guys. It's so important. We're all in it together. Oh my gosh, it's so smooth. Whenever I use a gel stain, it makes me want to use it on everything. So now I'm just going to go around the sides here. And then I'll smooth it out. And you can see, a little goes a long way. And I'll just let that sit.
Wow, what a difference.
Isn't that awesome? And I'm sure I'll probably put a second coat on there tomorrow. So pretty. I have a farm table too that I have in the lineup to work on for somebody that I'm going to use the no paint on. I just love it. Who here has used the no paint gel stain before? It is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And these applicator pads make it a dream. An absolute dream. So I'm just going to go like that. And I'm gonna let it sit a minute and then I'm gonna wipe it back. But let me bring you in. Can you guys see that okay? I'm gonna raise you up a little bit. Raise you up so you can see it better. Let's see here. I'm gonna be moving you a little bit tonight, you guys, because I want you to be able to see up close when we're painting. I scuff sanded it. I did it with the medium grit. I cleaned it really well. Actually, I cleaned it 3 times. I like to clean with white lightning, and I like to scrub it. I scrub the heck out of it, you guys, with a scrubby sponge, and I rinse it with clean water. And I do more than one pass with the white lightning. And then I scuff sanded it, and then I cleaned it again. That's how I like to do it. Hey, Patricia Welch. Hey, Jeanette. Oh, you just do, a huge bar. I love seeing everybody's comments. If I can't, I won't be able to keep up with everybody, but I will go back and answer any questions. So I'm just gonna take a clean part. I just am gonna smooth it out with the grain and wipe it back. Just a bit. Just a bit. Just kind of work it in there a little bit. I would rather, like with my paint, I would rather do 2 thin coats than glop it on there. So I'm gonna let it sit like that. I love how it's laying in the crevices of this piece. I love it. I'm gonna bring you in closer, and then we're gonna start on the body of this piece. I love how it like gathers in the, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I love how it's gathering in there. Can you guys see that? So pretty. So I just wanna make sure that everything is pretty smooth. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down over here. Actually, you guys, I gotta tell you something. You know what I'm gonna do really quick? So I have this bar stool here to prop the camera on if we moved it around. And I'm like, hey, I have more product on my applicator pad. I'm gonna just use it on here. I'm just gonna use it on here. I hate wasting product. So if I can use it on something else that's right in front of me, I'm gonna do it. I like to have some smaller projects lined up in reach when I am working on a bigger project, so I can just kind of put it on there. Why not, right? All right, so we're gonna put that aside for now because you do wanna let it dry. I am gonna let it dry overnight, and then I will put another coat on there tomorrow. The other thing with the gel stain, you guys, is that you do want to seal it with a top coat, either like one of the clear coats. So you want to either use the flat or the satin or the gloss or the gator hide. But you do want to wait at least 3 days to let all that oil product absorb and evaporate out of there. And then from there you can do your top coat. So we'll do that live on our page. Yes, Dennis?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I thought you had something to say. Okay, so I'm just getting a little bit off my hands. my hands, and I'm gonna push y'all back. And we're gonna get started on the body. So it's very light right now, which I do not mind doing a bunch of coats. I'm gonna bring you guys down on the floor with me while we paint, okay? Up close and personal, baby. Is that Yvonne on there? I think I see Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. If I don't say hi to you during this live, I want you to know that I so appreciate you guys for tuning in or watching on replay. And I do go back and I look at all the comments and I answer any questions. And it just makes me so happy to see you guys. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. I want you down on the ground with me. Okay. Isn't this a pretty piece?
Brenda likes your earrings.
Oh, thank you. My friend Tammy gave them to me.
And Don too.
Why is it not staying open?
Hello, Jeannie from Canada.
Dad, any idea why this isn't staying open? Maybe that's okay. Okay, so the cabinet is so cute. Oh, somebody gave me an angry face. Please don't give me an angry face. Please don't. Take it back. Yeah, it's a cute cabinet, you guys. Can you see how the gel stain's already gathering in the lines? I love that. I have some big plans for this. The inside is really clean. I also cleaned that with White Lightning. And so I cleaned that, and I'm definitely going to do some Big Mama's butter in here, and I'll do some special surprises on the inside for whoever ends up with this. And I'll do some special surprises on the outside and on the sides. So we're going to get painting now. I hope you guys can see this okay. I'm so happy to be here with y'all. Oh, thank you. Thank you so. Okay, so my friend helped me pick out the colors because she knows some of the things I have planned for this later in the week. So we thought dried sage is going to be gorgeous with what we have planned. I do love to layer the glazes and the waxes, so I'm going to be doing that. I love that. But tonight we are just going to get at least our first coat on. I don't want to take up too much of your time because there is somebody else coming on at 8 that hopefully you'll watch also. So I'm going to start off. I have 2 brushes with me tonight. I have my oval medium, which I love for bigger projects because it holds so much paint. And I love to use it in like all the little details. And I have my round small, which I love for like the little edges and stuff, the little like in here. And I am going to end up painting the hardware. Not all the hardware comes off. Like this doesn't come off. I'm going to paint the hinges. This doesn't come off, but I did clean it all really well. And I did take off these handles and I cleaned them. And I am going to paint the hardware and, you know, do it up with some wax and glaze and stuff. So, okay, I think there might be questions and I will definitely answer all your questions. You can also private message me anytime with any questions. I'm here to help you.
There was a question about Dixie Belle.
Yes. Oh, Dixie Belle. Oh, cool. Awesome.
With us tonight, but
Awesome. Thank you. So this is dried sage. It is a gorgeous neutral color, isn't it? Oh, God. My God. Okay, did you guys see I just dripped it? You all know, if you've watched me before, I am a klutz. It's just who I am, and I just spilled some paint. That's okay, because it's soap and water cleanup. And it landed on the roll of paper towels. But have you guys seen dried sage before? It is a gorgeous, I know, I'm such a klutz. It is such a gorgeous color. Dennis is looking at me very concerned, but he should know better. So, when I paint right on wood, I like to go paint right on paint. I don't really use my Mr. bottle to the second coat. So we are going to start on our piece. Look at the side, you guys. Look at the sides have beautiful panels on it too. I have to show you. Isn't that pretty? So excited. So excited. This was a score. I had another project actually planned, and I saw this on Facebook Marketplace this morning. And I messaged the lady, I'm like, I want this. And Dennis went and got it for me. I love these Frenchy pieces, and I love petite buffets, because there's so much you can do with them. You can be really artistic with them, because they're small. So you can really be really artistic with them, and it's not going to overwhelm a room. That's why I love them so much. And they're also so handy. So when I put my paint on, you guys, my first coat, I put on really thin. I put on a thin coat to start. The Dixie Belle is self-leveling if you haven't used it before. So when you do your second coat, it's going to fill in so beautifully. And this helps eliminate your brush strokes. So I don't try to cover every little piece on my first coat. I know my second coat is going to get it. And it glides so beautifully. I mean, this paint is just the best. It makes you look like you know what you're doing when maybe you don't, like me. I just kind of wing it sometimes. No, I'm kidding. I do love to paint. And Dixie Belle is awesome, and they're an awesome company because they support us so much. They support our retailers. They give us all kinds of training. The training is endless. So even though I joke around, they really invest in us as a retailer. So if you've actually been thinking about becoming a retailer, it is an awesome company that supports you so much and with a great product. So if you've been thinking about it, I would encourage you to contact Dixie Belle and look into it. This has been like the summer of training with Dixie Belle too. They are like giving us so much training. It's been awesome. I know my other retailers on here, if you're watching, you guys can attest to that too. Look at that color. Isn't that such a pretty neutral color? It's so pretty. So I'm going to tell you a little bit. So I am going to be doing some glaze on it, but I'm also going to be pairing it with some like deep, dark reds and maybe some greens, and there might be like a hint of blue. My plans for this piece later in the week, it's going to involve a little bit of color. And I think that dried sage is a perfect neutral to kind of complement those colors. And so is the espresso, the gel stain. It's going to like bring it all together. There we go. But if you are just starting to paint, do not be intimidated with Dixie Belle. It's so user-friendly, you guys. It's self-leveling, it's water-based, so that means it's soap and water cleanup. It's really easy to use. You're going to have tons of support out there. There's Chalk Mineral Paint Enthusiast page where you can always go on and ask questions. You can find your local retailer, and they can help you with your project and with getting started. Many of them have classes that you can take. Like we do lots of classes here. We love doing classes.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you apply the gel stain on the finished surface after cleaning, scuff, or a second clean?
I cleaned it 3 times, you guys. I clean it until that water is crystal clear. So this took 3 times. 3 times of using my white lightning mixture with a scrubby sponge, you know, the green part, and scrubbing the heck out of it. Rinsing it with clean water. What's that?
No, you're good.
Should I, move this way?
Yeah, this way a little bit.
The piece?
Just you.
Oh. And then, so then so it took 3 times. Even though, Dan, did you think this piece was clean when you picked it up?
I did, yeah.
It looked clean. This piece looked clean, so don't skip that step. It's sets you up for success. I think AJ came up with that. Sets you up for success, you guys. It looked clean. It took 3 times of like intense cleaning to get the water to run clean. Then I let it dry. I dried it and I let it dry. Then I scuff sanded it with a medium grit. I gave it a really good scuff sand all over. And then I cleaned it again and rinsed it and dried it. That's how I prepped it. And the gel stain is going to take to that beautifully. And it does help to give a little scuff sand on your piece. It is helpful to do that. And it doesn't take long. It's probably like the quickest part of the process is doing a scuff sand.
Do you have to sand between coats?
You can, yes. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's your piece. You do what you want, right? So certain looks you may not want to do that if you're doing like a rustic look. This one I will, with a fine grit, I will sand it in between coats because I want a really fine finish on it. And then when I do my top coat, I will also sand it in between coats, and then I'll buff it and I'll use a finishing pad on the last coat. But I don't sand in between coats on all my projects. It totally depends on the piece and the look I'm going for. This is like, I'm kind of hoping it's gonna look elegant. So I really want a super fine finish. So that's how I decided I'm gonna do it is, you know, I will sand in between, but you don't have to. Like you'll see, like right now, if I go do a second coat right now, it's gonna fill in and you will not see brush strokes. I definitely do a nice soft sand before I put on any top coat, no matter what look I'm doing. I definitely do that. So Den, are there any questions? This brush is awesome, by the way, you guys. This brush is awesome. It's going on so nice and smooth. And you just need a little paint at a time. This brush holds it really nicely, and then it dispenses it really nicely. Hey Diane, how are ya?
A cleaner degreaser offered by DB.
Yeah, so the White Lightning is Dixie Belle's cleaner, and it takes so much stuff off, you guys. There was nicotine rolling off of this, and it doesn't have any odor to it, and it didn't look like it was dirty, but I'm telling you, that was nicotine rolling off. So it got that off, and then it also deglosses a bit, which is really helpful. So even though you do all that, I still recommend on a piece like this that has like a factory finish on it to do a scuff sand.
She says this is off base, but can you use DB for a shower bath?
I don't know if I would recommend that. I mean, it will stick to anything, so theoretically you could, but I'm afraid long term that even if you use gator hide, that you may not be happy with the finish. I don't think I would do that in my house, so I wouldn't recommend that for you. If there's a retailer or brand ambassador or Dixie Belle, if you guys have a different opinion, please chime in here.
Another question.
Yeah.
What about the back part where the drawers sit? Do you paint that as well?
The back part where the drawers sit? Like
the drawers?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull it when I get up there. Look, I'll go like this. See, it's a little bit wet right now, so I'm letting it dry. So when I get to the side, I have 2 screwdrivers. Even though it looks like 2 drawers, it's 1 drawer. I'll open it, and then I'll brush the side of it really gently. But I like to let it kind of dry a tiny bit, and then I'll pull it out and I'll do that. So we'll do that together. I have like so many ideas that I want to do on this piece on the inside too. I mean, there's so many opportunities with these little cutouts to do some really cute things.
2 more questions.
Yeah.
How many are you away? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
What kind of brush are you using?
This is the oval medium, which I love this brush. This is a great all-around purpose brush. It's great on flat surfaces. It's great on all these little crevices. And it's also an awesome blending brush. This is like always, I have this in my mini or mini angle always. It's an awesome brush.
Yep. Okay, do stains work on laminate tops? How does it work? How does it work, and which is best?
Okay, so gel stain. Gel stain sits on top of a surface, so you can use it on laminate. You want to clean it and scuff sand it and wipe it back. You can use it on laminate. You can use it on any non-porous surface, you guys, because it's a gel stain that sits on top of the original surface. Other stains are penetrating stains, and they will soak into the wood. So a gel stain doesn't do that, so you can use it on other surfaces that you couldn't use penetrating stains on. The gel makes it sit on top. So here's your laminate. Here's your gel stain. It's going to sit right on top of it. You just want to make sure you prep your laminate so it's nice and smooth, and it's ready to take that gel stain and lay it on there nicely. And then you want to definitely seal your gel stain, you guys. And you want to seal it, like I will definitely seal the top of this with gator hide, but I am going to wait at least 3 days. You have to wait at least 3 days. And then I will probably wait longer than that because it's summer and it's really humid here, so that does affect the dry time. All these great questions. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh, I just love this color. Love this color so much. I almost went with, what color did I almost go with? Could somebody read my mind? It's not dried sage. Somebody say it. Spanish moss. I almost went with Spanish moss on this. That's another gorgeous color. And I may incorporate a little of that. I don't know. We're going to see how it develops. You guys, I never truly know what I'm going to do until I start painting. I might have it planned out, but I usually end up adding to it or changing it a little bit as I go along. Who else does that? Let me know. Hi, Lynn in Illinois. Who else changes their mind once they start on a project? I do. I definitely add to my projects as I go along. Are you keeping up with any questions?
Oh yeah.
You are? Good job, buddy. So Den and I have a shop in Western Mass. And we are really enjoying having Dixie Belle as really it's like the cornerstone of our shop, honestly. So now I'm going to get my screwdriver here. And I'm going to gently open this up so y'all can see. We'll do the sides of it. Go. And I just lightly do that. See that? Just lightly. Because I don't want to get any on here. You can tape it off. You can tape this part off if you're like not sure of yourself. This is dried sage. Gorgeous color. Dried sage, baby. Beautiful neutral. And then I do the top. And I will just lightly paint it. This drawer has beautiful felt lining with the like the silverware caddies. And the felt on these sometimes are hard to find in good condition. And I'm so excited about the condition that the felt is in. Because I didn't want to have to replace it. Because that's not fun, you guys. Painting is like the funnest part, right? See how quick and easy that the paint goes on, right? So quick and easy. So let's start on the side. Can you?
So many people from all over the country.
Oh, that's so exciting.
San Antonio and Southeast Texas.
That's so exciting.
They're keeping an eye on 2 hurricanes.
Oh man, please be safe out there, you guys. Stay safe out there, you guys. Is that in the Houston area that they're looking for?
South Texas coast.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
It goes so quick. I see that you paint the hardware. Is that the look you were?
Yes. I am painting the hardware. Some of the hardware does not come off of this, so I will paint all of it. I did take the hardware off the 2 drawers because that did come off, but I will paint it, and I'm also going to embellish it with some wax. And that's, yes. Sometimes I paint hardware, sometimes I don't. It all depends on the look I'm going for. I think it's going to look really pretty on this piece. When I first started painting, you guys, I took off every piece of hardware, every hinge, remember? Any little piece of metal, and then sometimes they don't go on. Sometimes the doors don't go on well. So because I knew I'm going to paint the hardware, I also painted the hinges and the drawer pulls.
What do you do?
Yeah.
In between, no pain. Sorry, gel stain coats.
I let it dry. I don't sand in between. It goes on so smooth because with you use the applicator pad, it's gonna go on so smooth. I mean, if there's like a little bump, I would sand it, but I haven't had that because your surface, as long as you prep your surface really smooth and then you glide it on there, you don't need to sand it. You certainly can, but I don't unless there's a problem.
Here's a question. She didn't notice if you use Boss or not. I'm always afraid of bleeders. Yep.
I understand. I did not use Boss. This is what I do. I do one thin coat, and then guess what? I'm going to go home tonight. If there's bleed through tomorrow morning, I will put Boss on those areas. But you do not need to use Boss on every single piece because not every piece is going to bleed. Only those that are going to bleed. And also, I love the adhesion of Dixie Belle paint right on wood. So I'm confident that I'm going to get a great adhesion with paint on the wood. So if I have to put Boss somewhere, that's okay. But I would rather paint my piece nice and light, walk away, and if I see any bleeding, okay. I mean, it might happen 10% of the time, maybe, not even. There are woods that I will Boss first up no matter what. This is not a wood that I will that I normally will Boss. I've painted this type of wood a lot and I've never had it bleed. So I felt confident today. Okay, I'm going to do my first coat as a precaution. I won't do a second coat because I'll see how it, how it stands up overnight. But I don't expect this to bleed. If it was cherry or mahogany and I sanded it, oh yeah, I'd be doing Boss. Even a scuff sand, because when you do that, you're releasing the tannins. But this is a factory finish, and I do not believe it will bleed. Like I said, I have painted these pieces a lot. I love these pieces, and I have not had one bleed yet. And I have some, actually, that I painted years ago with Dixie Belle, before Boss, before there was Boss. And actually one of them my niece has, and it's fine. And I painted it in the Gulf.
Okay, cool.
Also,
Somebody from Toronto.
hey, Toronto!
They love your work. They have a bedroom set, deep mahogany wood.
Yep.
Looks like wood, but don't know.
Okay.
So can I paint it?
Oh, yes, girlfriend, you can paint that. Absolutely. Find your retailer in Toronto. We do have retailers in Toronto. You can go to Dixie Belle's website and go to find your local retailer. Find your local retailer, go talk to them, and they can help you with your project, and they can hook you up with all the supplies you need. You can absolutely paint it, whether it's real wood or not. You can paint wood, laminate, ceramic, metal, styrofoam, plastic, glass, mirrors, metal. What else? Fabric. Fabric. What else? Anything. Pretty much anything you can think of, you can paint. And you know what? You will be so happy because you are going to update and modernize that mahogany set with some Dixie Belle paint. You are going to be like, you're going to feel like a new woman. But go find your local retailer there in Toronto, and they will hook you up.
Jeannie asked, are you going to do anything decorative?
Yes! Yes! I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do some decorative stuff on this. I have some big plans for it. I cannot wait. I am going to go to town on this piece, and I will be doing that next week on my page because I'm going to, tomorrow I'll put another gel stain on the top. I'll put a second coat on here. I like to wait a day in between when I first start. I like to wait a day in between processes. And then, besides glazes and waxes, I'm going to have some other decorative elements that are going to be coming on here, on the outside and on the inside. And I will be using some Big Mama's butter on the inside too. Even though the wood is in excellent condition, I have Big Mama's butter, so I am going to be using that on the inside. Oh, I just got some paint on my... That happens.
Another question for you.
Yeah.
I painted my kitchen cabinet.
Yeah.
Oops, she clicked so that.
Uh-oh.
With latex paint and then one coat of poly. Can I redo with Dixie Belle?
Yeah, you can redo it with Dixie Belle. You will love the outcome on kitchen cabinets with Dixie Belle. What you're going to want to do, though, is you are going to want to prep it, and the white lightning is your prep. So your white lightning is going to really clean that and kind of dull the latex paint and the poly. But I am also going to recommend to you that you use either Boss or Slick Stick. I prefer, like if it's still super shiny, you're going to want Slick Stick, which is a bonding primer. But I recommend Boss, no matter what, on your kitchen cabinets that have been in place. They're not a brand new set. If they've been there, please use Boss on your kitchen cabinets because that is going to block grease from maybe grandma cooked there, 20 years ago. And that grease, even though you clean your cabinets and they're clean and you're a clean person, it's still going to come out. And it's going to give you a nice even base to start with. So definitely your kitchen cabinets use Boss, no matter what. Use clear or white, use your Boss, and then go ahead and paint. You will be so happy. And you are going to be so happy that you use Dixie Belle on your kitchen cabinets. It comes out so pretty. And you have so many different colors and effects you can do. It's like, it's endless. So you don't have to strip it. Short answer is you don't have to strip it. So yes, yay! Party time, you do not have to strip that latex paint. You got to clean it really well, scuff it with your, do your white lightning with your sponge, scuff sand it, clean it again, and use your Boss, and then paint away. You are going to be so happy. The hardest part is picking out your color. But we have furniture, we do have kitchen cabinet classes here, and I insist that people use Boss first. It's going to give you a premium outcome. You're doing your kitchen cabinets. That's a lot of effort. You do that Boss first. You are going to be so happy you did. I did a kitchen, and I didn't use Boss, and I regret that I didn't. Now I insist. I insist that the person lets me use Boss first. So, what do you guys think I might be adding to this? How do you guys see this piece? I have my ideas, but maybe you guys have an idea. How would you, if this was your piece, how would you finish it? Let me know. I'm gonna let y'all go in a few minutes. I just wanted to get our first coat of gel stain and our first coat of dried sage on here and talk to you about the overall project. See how, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Goes on so well. You have the right tools and the right paint, you are golden. You are golden. La da da. Love it so much. I love this color. It's like a silvery, sagey gray with green undertone. It's just so pretty.
So many questions, but
so I know there might be a lot of questions that I didn't answer because, first of all, my eyesight is terrible. But I am, as soon as this is over, I go through and I'll start answering all your questions. I will monitor this. If you're watching it on replay and you have questions, leave them here or message me, and I will make sure to answer your questions. So see how I do not worry about getting every little bit. I don't lay it on thick. I just get it on there, get a nice little coat. I don't worry about getting every little bit covered because I know my second coat is going to fill that all in, and that's going to help eliminate my brush strokes and make for a smoother finish. So, I think that's it, you guys. So this is the start of our project. I'm so glad you joined us. I so appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a little bit on a Saturday night.
I had a couple of questions.
Oh, Dennis has some questions. I'm sorry.
Dixie Belle, they want to know if they can buy Dixie Belle in Australia.
Yes! Well, there's retailers in Australia and New Zealand. Go to Dixie Belle's Facebook page, and I'll put it in the link. It wouldn't let me put my affiliate link in the comments, where you can go to Dixie Belle Paint Company website. You can go to find a retailer, and you will find your local retailer in Australia. There are retailers in Australia, and you will love it. Love it. Any other questions, Betty?
Is this video available on replay?
It's available on replay. It sure is. And I'm also available on replay. Yeah. Meaning you guys can message me at the shop, and I will answer any of your paint questions.
Yeah.
Ask away.
I'm sorry if I missed any.
Sorry if we missed any questions, but we will answer them. And thank you guys for joining us. I'm just gonna do the edges while we sign off. And I'm so excited. I'm not gonna paint the inside yet because I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do in there, but I am gonna do something.
One last question.
Oh yes, yes.
What is the cleaner that you used?
White Lightning. So it's a granular cleaner. It's $5 for like this jar of it, and it will make you at least 16 16-ounce spray bottles of it. So what I do is I take my White Lightning, I'll put it in a bucket, I'll put like warm to hot water in there to help dissolve the granules, right? I'll stir it up, I'll get my sponge, I'll go to town cleaning it, and then any of my White Lightning left over, I put into a spray bottle, and I keep that with me always around the shop. You can still use it as a spray in a spray bottle, but you do want to dissolve it first in hot water so your nozzle doesn't get all clogged up. But if you think about it, you guys, if you go to the store and buy a spray cleaner, you're paying for liquid. You're paying for like whatever cleaner they have in water. So at Dixie Belle, with the $5, you're getting 16 spray bottles of cleaner. It's such a great value. Awesome, and it does the best job. Yes?
Can you mention our page? Somebody said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, if you guys wouldn't mind, if you don't follow us, we're called Lost and Found Mercantile. I'll put it in the comments. We're Dixie Belle retailers. We love doing paint tutorials. We love our paint company that we represent, and we love talking about all things paint, and we'd love to do different videos. We'll continue with this on our page. And actually, I'm also back here next Saturday at the same time, and I might be continuing this project or starting something all new. Who knows? So you guys have a great night, you guys. Everyone, mwah, we love you so much. We appreciate you so much. Have a great night and have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Dixie Belle. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you guys at Dixie Belle. Thanks for letting me come on. Bye, everybody. Bye.